Today I want to talk about releasing tension in your traps. A super effective method that I found. It requires a foam roller. This is a spiky roller. I actually think this is not the best roller for the job, but it's what I have. And actually this release that I'll show you, it's probably the only one that I would actually recommend a softer foam roller for, because it is really intense. And if the roller is too hard, you tend to tense up and resist it a little bit, which we don't really want. So I don't know, maybe you're doing a lot of handstands and you start to feel this, you start to feel tension in the traps. Quite normal, your body's adapting to it. And I know for me personally, I feel it a lot more actually when I travel and when I walk around with a heavy backpack and duffel bag. I feel that a lot in my traps and I start to feel the tension there. So really effective way to use a foam roller and just release some of that tension that you have. Setup is kind of weird. You have to mess with it a little bit, but once you get it, once you understand it, you'll see how effective this exercise is. So, basic position is you're gonna have the head out to the side, and then this trap is the one that you're going to be working on. So you want the position to be something like this, and there's kind of two levels of pain that we can do here. The first one is a little bit more simple to set up. So have the neck to the side, the arm out to the side. I'll show you a couple of different angles, but I'll show you this angle first. So we get it into the meat, and then we just walk the hips up. So we want to get to a point where the hips are above the shoulder, and then just you can move the arm, you can hang out there. I'll show you what it looks like from this angle. So we have the position, and then we just walk, and once you feel that you're in position, that you feel that roller is in the meat of your traps, what I like to do is just deep breaths and then try to actively relax the muscle and let the roller sink in deeper into the tissue, right? So what I'll do, I'll show you once I do the level 2 variation, which is a bit more intense. I take a deep breath in, and then try to release the tension. I use the analogy of kind of tightening a ratchet. So it's like every time I breathe out, I relax a little bit more. I let the roller sink further into the muscle. And this free arm that's hanging out there, you can move it around and you can play with the angle of that arm, because you might feel it in some different places when you do. But basically just breathe, relax, hold it for a while, and then what happens, especially when I do the more intense variation, is I come out of it like this, like one arm just drops, literally a couple inches. And I haven't done this one in a while, so it's a good thing for me to do it now. So I'll show you what level 2 looks like. It's going to be the same idea as level 1, but we're going to get the legs all the way up against the wall. So essentially you can use your full body weight to push into the traps. And again, hard, it's not super hard. This is the rumble roller. It's got spikes and it's made of a dense foam, but I think actually the most effective roller for this specific exercise is a little bit softer than this, but of course work with what you have, and that's what I'm doing. So this is what the setup is going to look like. Maybe about a foot and a half from the wall. I find where I want to be in my trap, and then rather than walking the hips up the floor, it's brutal. I walk up to the wall, super intense stretch. I can move the neck. When I feel like I'm tensing up, I just relax a little bit more. So you can see how my body sunk down a little bit. That's the goal, that's the intent, and it's easier to sink down when you have that softer roller because you're less likely to resist. I can go up a bit more towards the neck, I can go towards the upper back, so I can explore and change the angle. Oh, that's a terrible spot. So if you find that spot where it's like really bad, just relax, chill out. Release the tension, breathe, move around, come out of it slow, find the floor, and then you can see, so I only did one side, and can you see? I know I feel it, it looks like it a little bit, the camera's kind of far away. that shoulder is dropped, so you're taking out the tension from the traps. Again, super useful if you're doing lots of handstands, if you're doing a lot of lifting, farmer's walk, whatever, or even if you just catch yourself, standing like this. I know I catch myself doing that when life has its more stressful moments because it's that kind of defensive posture. So yeah, really nice way using a foam roller. Release tension in the traps. I think it's super useful. So have a go, enjoy the pain. And other than that, I'm running online workshops now every Saturday for the time being. So you can check the links to those below. And if you have anything else that you want to see on this channel, let me know and I'll try to get to it.